Look at the boards. Most of the boards still are have zero or one African American on the board, and that I think that pressure in that area can help to speed up progress and transitions for companies. And then you can, and starting from the bottom as well. But I think you really have to start looking. We have to start looking more seriously at board composition and ensuring that we have the presence of difference on the board, the direct voice on the board.
That's Ursula Burns on Closing Bell last night, guys, talking about solutions. And we've heard all kinds of suggestions, Jim, about employment and training and hiring. But you can't leave board composition out of that conversation.
No, you can. By the way, it's not just minorities. Women are radically underrepresented in general on boards. And I think that boards, there are boards that are just basically the bastion of the old days, all white men. And I think that they have to be called out for it. I think it's our job to do so. At one point, we ran a company called BoardX, which is similar to a company we're going to be interviewing today. And I was astounded at how many companies still had all white male boards or boards with one woman, no minorities, that sold sold in industries where the customers were minorities represented, and it's also bad for business, is what I'm saying. It's shameful, but it's also bad for business, and I don't really get it, other than it's the old way, and the old way of our parents and grandparents. I wish that had gone away. I thought it had gone away. I mean, David, you and I talk about this. I mean, didn't you think that certain mores had gone away?
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to think so, but we've learned otherwise. And I think your point on boards is a very good one. You know, sometimes we seem to cycle into that and then we sort of move on from it. But diversity on boards, I think almost every study shows that companies benefit from it. Even their share prices and their return to shareholders benefits from having a diversity on the board. And it's so important. There are still quite a few boards that just do not reflect our society at large. They just don't.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. But I think that what happens is it's really up to us to point it out because they skate. You know, Carl, who is really protesting? I think maybe after this terrible incident in Minneapolis, maybe it's time to open the file, take a look at how those companies have done, and call them out. Why not? They're wrong. We should call them out.
Yeah, I mean, others have pointed out. I mean, I think Tom Friedman the other day said Minneapolis, where he's from, has actually been a bastion of progressive American companies like Target and others, 3M, who have tried to make real strides. And you would want to see that continue in companies that are headquartered in other cities as well.